Welcome to Game of the Week. This week's game is the Castlevania Anniversary Collection for the PS4, Xbox, Switch, and PC. Play this game. So why in the world would you want to play a spectacular collection like this, you may ask? Well, let me tell you, it's because it's Castlevania, for crying out loud. Some of these games on this collection set are just so good. The original Castlevania is one of my personal favorites. You got Castlevania 2, Dracula's Curse, which is wonderful, Castlevania 3, Castlevania 4, Castlevania Adventure on the Game Boy, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge on Game Boy, Castlevania Bloodlines, and Kid Dracula. So many great games that this collection set have. Now, of course, a bunch of these titles have been re-released before, but it's kind of nice to have them all together in one place. And for a price of $20, you really can't go wrong. But in this collection, I was more or less really excited for Bloodlines and Kid Dracula, especially Kid Dracula. I mean, Kid Dracula was a Japan exclusive game, and now for the first time it's been localized in English. This collection set also has some great customization options. You can go ahead and choose to have a background or not. And you can choose the proper display ratio, whether you have the original setup 4x3 with scan lines, or even a pixel perfect, or you want to stretch it out by a 16:9 aspect ratio. It really is all up to you and how you want to play the game. And of course, who could forget that nice little nifty feature of save state? You heard me right. Now these difficult games can go through the benefit of having a save state. So when you're having trouble with some of those difficult parts, or maybe you're so busy that, you need to quickly save your spot and then come back to it later, you can go ahead and reload it at any point in time. Honestly, out of all the games here that I played a little bit of, just to get a good feel on how this entire thing worked, I'd highly recommend checking out Bloodlines or Kid Dracula if you've never played them before. Bloodlines was a Mega Drive exclusive, actually, and it was actually one of my favorites on the entire platform. And seeing it now in glorious HD is kind of surreal. I'd really recommend you checking it out. After all, you can choose between classic whip gameplay or spear gameplay, and the spear gameplay has still remained to be one of my favorites in Castlevania history, period. And Kid Dracula really is just a wonderful, fun, goofy spin-off game from the whole series. And it's just a really fun platformer. Kind of reminds me of Mega Man in some aspects, but quite honestly, you can't go wrong with either of those games. But with that being said, that's all I have to say on this wonderful collection set. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and get your retro controller ready and get into some whiplashing action with the Castlevania Anniversary Collection set. Your Game of the Week. And remember to tune in next time for the next Game of the Week. And I'll see you then!